Well, from city council chambers to a jail cell, a former Bothell City leader is in custody accused of killing a 20-year-old Seattle woman. A judge determined there is probable cause to hold former Bothell City Council member James McNeal on a second-degree murder charge. Police also say that they found McNeal inside the home of 20-year-old Lilia Gajvoronsky, pictured here. They say this happened following a very bizarre call to 911.
Fox 13 News reporter Jennifer Dowling is digging through the court documents and shares more details on her death.
Court documents indicate she was found on the bed covered in blankets. Investigators say they also discovered a cryptic note that she had written to herself indicating she was trying to steer clear of James.
This caller is not providing a lot of information.
This is part of the strange 911 call that came in to dispatch from former council member James McNeal's attorney.
He's an attorney and was notified to represent a male that lives inside the home.
When Jan Olson made that call, he said he was sitting in a car outside Lilia Gajvoronsky's home while his client McNeal was inside with her body.
He believes that a homicide had taken place, but would not elaborate further on that.
A summary of the 911 transcripts reported Olson saying, "I am reporting what is likely a homicide. I represent someone inside the residence and am making the call. I have not gone inside. I believe it based upon what I have heard." When officers arrived, Olson called McNeal, who came out and was arrested. Police reported both fresh and dried blood on his clothing and lacerations to his wrists, believed to be self-inflicted. Lilia's friend and neighbor said he'd seen James at the home over the past 2 months.
He looked definitely a little scruffier than what I saw, like a little more unkempt, but I definitely recognized him.
And noted the age difference.
It was just unusual to see, somebody that wasn't family, that was that old, maybe hanging out with her.
Another friend who didn't want to be fully identified said Lily had confided in her.
She worked at a nightclub. Like a gentleman's club. She said she moved out here because she wanted to get away from a stalker.
Investigators say she was the sole tenant, and inside they found handwritten lists. One dated April 29th had several things to do listed, with the very last one being, "Do not interact with James today." Police think McNeal strangled Gajvoronsky, then let her body sit for nearly 24 hours in her own home. Wednesday, prosecutors argued probable cause for murder.
One count of murder in the second degree based on the felony murder theory of assault in the second degree, specifically strangulation.
James' defense attorney argued against that finding.
There is no indication that this actually was a homicide. The cause of death is still pending further investigation.
The judge determined the case will move forward.
I do find probable cause at this time for one count of murder in the second degree.
Earlier tonight, Fox 13 spoke to Olson, who says he is not representing McNeal and can't comment further. The judge says a bail hearing is scheduled for tomorrow afternoon in King County Court. In the newsroom, Jennifer Dowling, Fox 13 News.